We've got ourselves a normal Minecraft world, except for the fact that now every block drops their armor. What if we could get brand new armor in Minecraft just by breaking regular blocks? That's exactly what we've got here, guys, in this world that looks like a normal Minecraft world, because it is, for the most part. But now we can actually break regular blocks and get the armor from those blocks. Let's say, for example, we wanted to break a grass block, which would normally just give us dirt. But instead, when we break this grass block, we get the dirt block, but we also get these grass boots, which look like a grass block with the boots carved out of them. Pretty interesting looking. And every single grass block that we break is actually going to give us these grass boots. So we can get a lot of them very quickly because it's very easy for us to break grass blocks. And when we put these grass boots on, although looking at them, they're only +1 armor, they're not that cool, but like everything else we're going to find, there's some pretty sweet effects. Everywhere that we walk wearing the grass boots is going to spawn a random flower. And we are now able to decorate this Minecraft world extremely quickly just by walking around in these grass boots. Just like that, this whole area has been changed to a beautiful garden. All you got to do before Valentine's Day is run around in your girlfriend, fiance's, wife's, husband's, whatever you want to call it, their backyard with the grass boots on, and you got yourself a wonderful garden to gift them. But grass boots are not it, obviously. That would be lame if we just got grass boots. We can also get all kinds of other blocks to drop their armor as well. Let's say we go up to these oak logs here and we just break it down. We're going to get ourselves the oak log, but also we're going to get wooden clogs. And every oak log is going to give us the clogs as well. Now, it's not only boots that we get. It just so happens that these two first blocks drop the boots. So we can take our oak logs and craft the planks like normal, and we can still go into the crafting table, and we would be able to use normal blocks in order to get normal recipes, just like so. But throwing on these wooden clogs, also we get ourselves just +1 armor, and they don't really do much. They're really kind of actually pretty useless. I mean, we don't get to make a garden with them. They wouldn't be very effective for fighting anything. And also, if we go into water while wearing our wooden clogs, the wooden clogs fall off of our feet, so we no longer have them, as you can see. But we get them in our inventory here, and they're called soaked clogs now, because all that wood soaked up the water, and now we can't actually wear them anymore. No matter how hard we try, we cannot put these soaked clogs on our feet anymore, the same way we can just put the wooden clogs back on. So that one armor instantly gets removed if we just pop in the water. Wooden clogs, soaked clogs. But the other thing that is neat about these wooden clogs is we can actually use the wooden clogs if we don't get them soaked in a furnace as fuel. So drop a pork chop in there, grab the wooden clogs, not the soaked ones, and put that, and we can actually use it as fuel for the furnace to be able to cook the food that we want, just like any oak plank that we would have normally. Now, the problem is that if we happen to walk in water, we can no longer use the clogs as fuel. We cannot drop it in there no matter how hard we try, just like putting them on. These soaked clogs, all of them have just become completely useless for us. We'll just drop those over there. And before we go on to the useful items that aren't just only useful because they can be used for fuel, there is one more block that we should break here on this oak tree, and that is the oak leaves. Take down the oak leaves and we get a usual drop if there is a drop from the oak leaves, but we also get ourselves the leaves chest plate. This is, well, doesn't do anything. It just says, can leaves really protect you? And you put this thing on and you get no armor or anything. What about dirt blocks though? I wonder if the dirt block is gonna give us anything useful. It is looking juicy. Let's see. Ooh, okay, we get a helmet from the dirt block. It's called a dirty helmet. Oh gosh, that doesn't sound good at all. We'll throw the dirt helmet. It gives us blindness. Is the dirt falling down in front of our eyes? Does it give us armor? It gives us more armor than the leaves do, that's for sure. But we definitely get blindness, and let's take that off because The dirty helmet, not the way to go. Now, this isn't every single block. For example, the cobblestone, we just still get the cobblestone from the cobblestone. And iron, we still want to get iron from iron, so we just get our regular iron ore whenever we mine the iron. However, there is something we can get from iron that is extremely overpowered. But in order to do that, we're going to need to smelt a lot of this iron here. Let's get 3 more furnaces set up and then throw some coal in there and get these iron ores going. And now we can grab this iron that we have. We only need 9 iron in order to do this, because although the iron ore does not drop us armor, if we craft ourselves a block of iron, we can actually mine this block down, and we're going to essentially be able to duplicate what we just smelted down. Mine the iron block down, and we get ourselves a block of iron again, but we also get ourselves the sturdy iron chest plate, and this bad boy is plus 20 armor. That means we throw it on, and we get full armor from the sturdy iron chest plate, but it gets better than that. With the sturdy iron chest plate, on top of getting full armor, which we actually really don't need, we also have full resistance. So we cannot take damage from anything. There is nothing in the world now that can damage us as long as we've got our sturdy iron chest plate on. Go ahead, as long as you want. I spent way too much time in the gym this week, baby. Go ahead, give me all you got. Literally nothing. These arrows sticking out of me, causing no damage whatsoever. But this is not the only armor that we get from ore blocks. And I want to get down to that redstone over there so I can show you one of the coolest things that we are able to get from these ore blocks. Once we get to the redstone, we can mine it down, and we are not only going to get our redstone dust, but perhaps one of the coolest items that we could ever ask for, and that is right there, the redstone staff. Now, this redstone staff is going to make the rest of this extremely simple, because all we have to do with the redstone staff is go up to any block we want, and we right click it, and it changes that block to a random ore in the game. And the ore I want to show you is from the emerald, so let's get this switched to emerald, as much of this as we can. Look at all of this emerald. Let's mine down this emerald for the armor that we can get, which is emerald armor. And what we need to do with the emerald armor, here we go. We got the boots right there, and we can see boots +1 armor. Decent, not great. Definitely not as good as our sturdy iron chest plate. But if we get the full set, something extremely special happens, and we're getting really lucky right now. All we're missing is the legs right now. Couple more, and we did get the legs. Mine the rest of it just for the emeralds to have on hand. And we need the full set of emerald and a few extra emeralds on hand, because when we have the full set, we get an interesting effect at any village that we visit. Run up to any villager we want, and because we have the full set on, they offer the most overpowered trades you could ever ask for. Pickaxe, got it. Sword, got it. But the best trade of all is the block of diamond that we can just grab over and over and over and over again. And just like that, we've upgraded to all diamond, and we got the 4 blocks of diamond just by wearing a full set of emerald armor. But I'm holding on to this redstone staff because we're actually going to search for gold now. And we're just going to need 9 gold ore, because just like the iron ore, we need to actually smelt it down into the ingots in order to get what we really want, which is that block of gold. Once we've got our gold ingots, now we can craft what we want, which is that block of gold. Mine this down, and what we get is our hungry gold boots. Not regular gold boots, hungry gold boots. And all we've got to do is grab ourselves some oak leaves, which we would normally be able to get some apples from, and of course, the leaves chest plate. But if we throw on our hungry gold boots and we jump onto oak leaves, we are able to get a golden apple every single time that we jump. Over and over and over again, we can just keep picking up golden apples, almost as if these hungry gold boots are punching the golden apples out of the tree, or punching the apple out, better yet, and then turning that apple into gold as soon as it's punched out. But there's one last thing that I want to show you, and in order for us to get to that, I need to go back to this crafting table and get a bucket. Grab our bucket, get our crafting table, get our furnace back, and then run over to some lava egg. Don't burn my world down. Don't burn my world down. Grab our bucket here and pick up some lava and run to the water, which I believe is right over here. And we're just gonna change this water into some obsidian. And once we have some obsidian, let's mine it down slowly but surely. It's gonna take a while, I know, but this is one of the coolest items we can possibly get. And that is our obsidian cloak. Now, this obsidian cloak is going to replace our chest plate, which is okay because it makes us completely invisible. We're just like a walking cloak now with the obsidian cloak on. And now we can go by any mobs that we want, and we never have to worry about these mobs blowing up on us. Now, of course, even though we're invisible, if we get a little too close, he's gonna start blowing up, and we gotta back up. It's a good thing we got golden apples, unlimited. But as the night comes down, we can just hang out with all the hostile mobs that we want, as long as we just are careful not to get too close and aggro them like I just did. But we can cruise around with all the creepers. Any skeletons want to hang out? You guys want to hang out? I guess technically they don't really want to hang out with me anymore because they can't see me anymore.